Hi, we all might have heard or experienced immersiveness in many ways, either watching a movie, listening to a story, or even listening to a song. This experience involves a lot of empathizing in a particular context, and the immersiveness is more probable to occur if you have experienced the context or maybe something you are a lot fantasized about. This experience is what makes us feel connected to the content, especially in storytelling. If the making is for the audience, then the story is not just about presenting your experience. It's more of presenting it in such a way that everyone could experience it, thus making them immerse into your story. This research is to understand as much as possible about the immersive experience and try to look into several probabilities through which it can be achieved and combine them to create a complete immersiveness, that is, the new reality. Some of them are fictional but can be considered as possible probabilities, hence, are taken into consideration for my project Immersive Storytelling. The research wouldn't raise any further questions and it will only give me answers if I wouldn't experiment it on a subject. Hence, I have parallelly started working on my subject to experiment or apply my research on. Before getting into details, let's begin with how I started. I have initially done research and few case studies on several user experience designs focusing on creating an immersive experience. First is an open world design, which is an open world large-scale immersive design where each character has a role to play throughout their presence in front of the audience or visitors. And architecture plays a major role, which is used not only as a visual design tool but also a barrier between the fantasy and the reality. For example, in the Universal Studios or in Disney World, to respect storytelling in theme parks, employees must stay in character at all time. Although most of their works may be to dispatch cards or check if the guests are good, they need to be aware that they are working in a place where a certain story is being told. Every detail was given importance while trying to get visitors immersed into a story. Music, smell, employees, the buildings, and even the gift shop must enhance the storytelling. But visitors are not part of the story. Next is immersive theater play, which is a small architecture scale immersive play where visitors are part of the play, where they can interact with the characters or roam around the environment to unfold the story. But as the character have freedom to move around the space, there are high chances that they might miss the play happening at certain locations while they are exploring. The third one is a ghosting technique where the audience will be ghosting the entire environment but they don't have a chance to interact with characters. Just like the audience in the theater play, except they are in a VR world with 360-degree visuals, but have a full freedom to look and roam around all the time. For example, in Ghost Toast and Things Unsaid by Google's Creative Lab and theater company Sandpit, they have also focused a lot on audio or particular actions to make viewers focus on a particular area at a proper time. Attentive actions or audios are used to get attention towards a direction, but multiple situations are happening and a lot of supernatural freedom is given, which is sometimes a distraction. The final one are the animated VR movies, the difficult ones, where the designers have greater control of everything like environment, properties, time, etc. In the VR movie, The Invasion, Crow the Legend, they have creatively used stereo audio to direct the audience focus. But in most of the scenes, the actions were happening in one direction. The remaining environment are mostly empty, giving a feeling of a planar screen movies. All of them focus on certain elements like environment, audio, actions, etc., either to enhance or not disturb the immersive experience. When I looked at all the case studies, each focused on a certain sense of humans and helped me understand that immersiveness can be achieved by balancing the design with respect to all 5 human senses. VR, through its full visual coverage, completely achieved certain immersiveness, that is, the audience is part of the new world. Hence, the research is done as per the VR guidelines. But adding conscious interactions in the virtual reality architecture creates a visual disturbance in the cinematography.
as the flow of the storyline is disturbed, as well as the audience mood.
And also, these conscious interactions make the entire design more gaming experience, where the user tends to play with surrounding instead of living in the character. Also, during the study, I realized the key to the storytelling is the story itself. Hence, I started research on storytelling, script writing, etc. and started my parallel project, the subject, that is story and script. Any movie consists of story divisions, the script and cinematography. But the rules of 2D and 3D movies doesn't work for immersive VR movies, as the audience immerse into the environment where they have 360-degree visuals. But due to the lack of visual boundaries, the rules of visual compositions, transitions, focus, story, narration doesn't work, as the audience have full visual freedom in the VR world than a designer. Also, the script action lines, scene transitions are to be designed according to the VR technical aspects. The idea of story writing for VR is no different from any other ways of storytelling. But what's the difference is writing the script for VR, incorporating all the research understandings all together at once. That is, every action or parenthetical line should be written considering all the aspects, because in the real world, the 5 human senses doesn't work one after the other, right? They work all together. My main constraint is to create immersive storytelling without any interaction to avoid the gaming experience. Hence, the sense of touch or taste not yet made part of my research, but these are focused while designing. Hence, these are the few elements to understand for the present phase. First one is the story. In the story, the main elements are the characters, like type of characters, number of characters, their involvement in the characters, relationship between each character, their dressing, fashion, dialogue, action, where they live, that is the environment, and what properties they use, and the series of scenes. Next is script writing, during which we need to keep in mind what kind of environment and the audience is in. What's the position of characters with respect to audience camera? Impact of light, audio, placement of certain props around audience for storytelling, position and movement of audience camera, and impact of scene transitions on the audience based on which the parenthetical line, action lines, dialogues are to be written in the script. In total, there are 3 characters involved in cinematography, for whom the designer is designing the design. Apart from this, which it comes to story, number of characters, their relationship, age, social and emotional status, way of living, important characteristics, even voice of the character, his color, body, the way he looks, what he wears or collects, also plays a major role in enhancing the experience. Number of environments or lots of unnecessary details in the environments might distract the audience, as we don't have control of what the audience sees. The audience needs some buffer time to adapt to every new environment. Hence, either increases the length of the entire subject, or the audience will lose some details about the story. Overall, the design of the environment should be such that the focus is on the story. There are 2 types. One talks about the degree of freedom, in which the audience have 3 or 6 degree of freedom, that is, user have full control over what they see. And the second one is restricted or locked movement, where the cinematographer has full freedom of what to show. These 2 subcategories are something we usually experience consciously and subconsciously.
The second one talks about the visual perspectives, that is first, second, third person perspectives and many more.
Though when talking about the time for a story, we just think about the total time of the story, time of an individual scene. But there are other times, that is, time within the scene, which consists of the time period you are experiencing and the time period the characters are experiencing. The chronology of the story, the buffer time which the audience need to adapt to the new environment. The concept behind the technicality of immersive audio is very simple to understand. The complexity is in creating the immersive audio. In total, there are two ways to create immersive audio, either by using a user-centric or radial grid system or 3D matrix grid system. One is used in the films and the second one is used in the games and open world subjects. After keeping in mind all the above considerations, I have started working on my subject, that is the story and the script design. The story structure is designed based on my understanding of the shape of stories written by Kurt Vonnegut. And my story is similar to the concept of the man in the hole. The key part of creating immersion is to make the audience part of the story. But as it is a movie, conscious interactions is avoided for the audience to not make it a game. Hence, the story is designed in such a way that you are part of the story, you are the protagonist in the story, and the story is all about you. But for this to achieve, the initial scene has some buffer time. This buffer time is provided so that the audience should know whose skin they are wearing. That is, they should know who they are initially and slowly answers what, why, when, where, and how questions through environment, properties, and situations. So that they can empathize the entire story, falling into the emotional drift I have created. Position of the audience in the initial scene and the entire story is chosen to make the audience understand the story not just in the presence of characters, but also in their absence. Hence, the properties in the entire environment like the wall of memories, dressing table on the side, etc. helps the audience to understand about his or her part in the initial buffer time. The total number of scenes in the story is restricted to as less as possible to reduce the visual disturbance created due to the degree of freedom the audience has in the VR. Though the three characters are there in the story, the script is written in such a way that only one character is visible in the entire story. We all have experienced the loss of our loved ones. It can be our friends, family, relatives, whom we are connected to a lot. This loss is unimaginable, and no one can replace their position in our lives. People always say that our loved ones never dies. They're always watching us. What if it's true? And what if they are always watching us? This story is written on the perspective of the loved ones and the lost ones. What would be the behavior of the two? How does their personal attachment with the person affect his future life? How the memories they had with the environment properties affect the person once he left? This story is between the wife and the husband, where the wife dies in a car accident before the story, and the afterlife of the husband is in the absence of his loved ones. The movie runs in juggling between the past and the present.
There is always a probability to change the script considering few aspects of VR. This probability of enhancing the experience may different or sometimes nothing but considering the possible aspects that lead to change in script. These changes are mostly on the technical aspects of script, that is, change in storyline or parenthetical line or transition between scenes. So what all aspects leads to these changes? First and the foremost is the animated camera visuals. Does the user interest is affected due to the motion or animated audience camera visuals? The answer certainly is yes. But is it an advantage or disadvantage? Does it distract the user or does it helps in controlling the user interest? Crossing all the challenges, if the result is yes, it helps in controlling the user interest in some way, then the script action lines or parenthetical lines has to be changed. A new version of script has to be written incorporating the camera movement to enhance the immersive experience. The probability doesn't end here. There is always a way to enhance the experience considering one or the other way of conceptual or technological aspects. That is, if the animated camera movement works, then the resultant experience can be furthermore enhanced by using motion sensors. That is, the audience can control the camera motions subconsciously. This can be achieved by collecting the eye gestures data and executing the probable resultants using AI. Below are the few possibilities due to which the script line might have to be changed to enhance the immersive experience. Thank you.